just gonna be here paling water out for the next little bit.
Welcome back to another episode of Why the Heck Am I Down in This Hole?
Well, it's the next day after my last update, and we have a hole. We have a freaking hole. So, it's looking awesome right here, man. It is so exciting. Obviously, walking down our nice driveway. Getting back here. I actually have to measure this driveway. I don't know how long it ended up being. I know how much I anticipated it being, but I don't know how it ended up turning out. So here's the hole, here's the dirt. We ran into a little bit of water, so I'm gonna have to drain that out here before tomorrow. So I have to come out here after work. Gotta be careful with these banks. If you stand on any of these banks, you never know when this crack's gonna fall over. So right now we have this dug out. It's about a 3 feet over dig on all the sides. And this will be a trench footer. That'll be a little bit of a trench footer here for this garage wall. And then my wall will come in here. So that back side, there's our low spot we talked about. But this is kind of the progress of it. As you see, all that low spot's still there. So we're gonna have to dig through all of that. I'm meeting our concrete guys over here. 7:30 tomorrow for work, because I do have a job. So with having a job, it does make it a little bit harder. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and stake this out again, lay out all my trench footers, and we'll go from there.
All right, folks, so as you can see, the footer's laid out. This was our low spot that I was talking about that was gonna be a little more expensive. I knew it was gonna be more expensive. I didn't know it was gonna be this big of a pain in the ass, but we need to get all this water out of here. The footer inspection's tomorrow, and my dad's helping me. So Lady Liberty over here is filming for us, which is great. She brought me some chomps and a Gatorade, so fantastic. That's why I'm marrying her. But finding this water, we got to get all this water out of the hole, because when you get your footer inspected, they don't want to see that. So even all this other water that's up here and down here, we got to muck it out. Tomorrow, I bought this cheap little battery pump because we don't have electric. And so just going to be here paling water out for the next little bit, at least till it gets pretty low. I might have to come back in the morning and finish it, and then help the concrete guys muck this out. So, but I'm going to show you guys the footer here in a second after all this is done, and kind of some of the things that I needed to do, some of the things that are done, and we're getting there. So maybe about another half an hour of paling water will be at least close enough to where we can get on moving. So we'll check back in a few minutes. Well, we're still in the hole. We're down to some more over here. We're down to just a little bit of water left. Right here, we got a little bit of a low spot. I'm gonna try and shovel out some of this muck for tomorrow, just to make it a little bit easier. So, but our paling's almost done. I really could have used a flat shovel for this, but that's what we got. So here we are.
Well, it's the next day, and as you can see, we're still pumping water. So got it all out of there and it went all back in. So we're still fighting this. Inspector's on this morning about 10:30 to 11:30. So we gotta get all this shit mucked out of here first. But coming together pretty well. Had to change some things. I had to dig in my sewer sleeve this morning. Had to put in, that's my drain tile pipe there, dig that in for me. But as you can see, a little water in the hole still, so we gotta get that shit out of there, and then it'll be good. Your guys' update here. They pouring these footers, and this is a big problem. We ended up having to dig down a bunch to get down to solid. I guess it was a false front, a bedrock in the rocks there, and I had to have a Geotech come out when my inspector came. I had to have a Geotech come out, and unfortunately, what ended up happening was I guess at some point in the past, it could have been hundreds of years ago, there was a landslide or something on this property, and a lot of the rocks were turned on their side, and you can actually see it up in this bank here where there was probably some of that happening. And you see the nice layer shale here, but some of the on the higher stuff, it looks like there was some of these rocks are turned sideways. So essentially what we have to do is we have to dig down from like here all the way down around this corner, and we have to fill it up. So it's a lot more time in a way, because I have to wait till the next day. Today's Friday, at like 5 o'clock. So these guys are working their ass off, and I really appreciate them doing that. So I brought them some pizzas and some Gatorades, as you guys should always take care of your contractors in that regard. But yeah, so on this hole, it's going to cost a little bit more money for sure. It's going to be maybe 20 yards of concrete, and I got to get the inspector back out, or not the inspector, I got to get the geotech back out. I got to get the guy with the backhoe back out. We got to dig it out. He's got to okay it. And then right after that, we got to pour the concrete in it. So it's going to be 20 yards of concrete. You know, I can use some low strength, so like 1500 PSI concrete to start on it. So it'll save me a little bit of money there, but it's probably going to end up costing about $6,000 or $7,000. And we do have it budgeted for this. This is what you budget extras for, especially when you're looking at soil and stuff and foundation. So you always want to budget extra for this, but it's probably going to be about $6,000 or $7,000. The Geotech, just to come out and look at this the first time, was $800. So the next time it'll be another $600. So you're looking at like $1,500 just for them to come look at it. But everything else is looking great where they have this bulkheaded off, and there's my stair column for this LVL here. My floor joists are on this way, so I have a beam that'll run from here to here, and that's where this floor joist will sit. And then I'll have another LVL here to here, where this is also, and that's where the stair hole is. So that'll hold either side of the stairs. So that's kind of where we're at here. There's the actual corner of our house. They're gonna hopefully not run out of concrete. And yeah, I will give you guys an update after some of this concrete starts to set. And I hope that we got enough to finish this side here, because I really don't want to short trip anything. It's very, very expensive to short trip concrete. But yeah, so kind of bad news for the day. But overall, it's working forward. Here's a little bit better angle. We got our rebar pins in there for the center of wall. It's looking good though. Very happy with it, other than obviously the cost of that, which, you know, if we can get it done Monday, and these guys are going to be here setting wall panels, which all showed up. They're right there. They showed up this morning. It's very, very crazy day today. Those showed up, so we should be good to go. Still gonna have to clear out this side here. We'll probably do that later, because once we grade all this out, we'll have to dig our piers in. Our piers are gonna go, we have here, and then we have a couple piers here. So those shouldn't have issues, I don't think, because they're a little bit further this way, and it starts to get a little bit better the further we go this way. But that's kind of it. Well, I'll check back whenever I get a little bit more progress into this, but so far pretty good. Here's a little aftermath of what we got going on here. Footer, I'm running this drain towel right now, so running it around this way and back around this way. So yeah, that's where that's stopping, but got my shirt off. It's a little warm today. I'm not trying to flex on my flabbiness, so I'm not flexing on that, but I'm running my drain towel here. So my soon-to-be father-in-law, we put a temporary up there, which sucks, because I really wanted to, I don't know if you guys will see this, but I really wanted to put the temporary over here down this hill, and then run it across here with just some extension cords, but there's one freaking branch in the way that's preventing us from doing that. So what I got to do is we ran it up the driveway side, and it's way up there, so I got to get like 300 feet of extension cords and then run them down here. So I'll see what I can figure out on that front. Fortunately, I wasn't able to get the video of that. It was kind of early. I was working. We were digging, and as soon as we were digging, we would hit rocks. Obviously, there's a ton of rocks. I don't know if you see these layers, but there's so many rocks all in these layers. And so when we were digging up there, of course, we hit rock, and a lot of it's actually fill, because someone before we bought this was dumping over there. So they were filling that in, and which sucks. But sometimes you have that on undeveloped properties where people will just dump garbage. There's tile in there. There's some glass and stuff, which you got to be careful of, because that will slice and dice you real good. But we got that up. The footer's looking fantastic here. Obviously, you know, we'll deal with that on Monday. Got everything lined up for that, thankfully. Here's what I'm doing here is I'm running this drain tile here. So I'm actually doubling it up, which typically we wouldn't do. I had to break up a rock over there, but typically we wouldn't do a doubled up drain tile. But in my case, just because of all this groundwater that we've had in this area here, I really wanted to just make sure it's drained well. You know, I know we're on a hillside and everything like that, but this drain tile is like $130 for a roll of it. It is a little bit lighter.
And honestly, there's part of it too, is because I'm a little concerned because we have to get gravel in on, especially on this bank here. That's the tall side. That's like 8 feet tall right now. We need to get gravel on it. He can't get there today. So today's Saturday. I've pretty much been working on this every day before and after work all week, getting this foundation in, which is kind of just what it takes when you have a job and you're doing this. But obviously my job is related to this, so it's still fun. I definitely enjoy it. This sucked, obviously. It's hard to not let that stuff get you down, because it's going to be like $7,000 to fix that. And proportionately, $7,000 to us is a lot of money. But yeah, dealing with that later, you know, just more money. And the concrete was a little bit more. So I thought I would use about 20 yards for the whole entire footer. And we're 20 yards in with where we're at. So this has been 20 yards all along here and all up there and all that. So we're at 20 yards of concrete. That hole might take another 20 yards just to fill by itself. So it's basically doubling what we thought we were going to spend on the footer. And concrete, as of today, I think it's like $165 a yard for a 3,000 PSI concrete, which is what this is. 4,000 PSI concrete's a little bit more expensive. It's closer to $200 a yard. You also have like $1 per yard surcharge for fuel and stuff like that. But, you know, it's coming along. So they're going to start setting wall panels on Monday. I'm going to have this drain tile in. We're going to dig this all out Monday. And that's kind of where we're going to be. But I'm going to leave this one for now. I'm going to finish running this drain tile. And then we'll catch you guys when we are doing walls. Probably Monday, we're going to have the walls up. So I'll be back over here in the morning, just making sure everything goes smooth. It's supposed to rain this weekend, so hopefully this drain tile works and doesn't get mudded over and this bank cave in. I'm kind of hopeful. Hopefully, I mean, it's pretty good grounds. Footer's about to be wrapped up. And from there, we're going to start setting walls. And those walls will start going up Monday too. So we'll be able to get a little sneak peek. And we'll touch base once we get these walls up and this drain tile ran and the gravel in and all that stuff. So time for me to get some more work done and spend some more money. So we'll see you guys later. Well, it's finally time to finish this footer. Concrete showed up. It's pulled down the street right now. The inspector is just about to pull in the neighborhood. Got digging out the hole again. So this is the third time this guy's got to come out here, the third. And yeah, we're about to buggy all about 10 yards of lean creek, 1,500 PSI into the hole. Got it all pumped out. We got these walls laid out pretty good here. So I'm gonna give you guys an update later today on these walls and everything, but getting there. Next day, just kind of update here. So a lot of these panels are done. All these walls are, this whole section of wall here is good. Here. We're getting some 3-foot panels for this section here. I did get my sticker on my temp, which is great. And yeah, we're working through this now. That footer got poured today. The footer on top of all of the crap got poured today. So that's what this is here. It ended up being another freaking 10 yards of concrete. So it's a shitload of concrete we used on this, but it is what it is now. It's in the ground. So I'm happy about that. On what we're doing here. They were a little short on some sections, but it is what it is. Looks like it ran out a little bit on the sides, kind of burned up a little bit extra, but they're going to finish these walls come Monday. We should have a lot of these walls done on this backside. This is all a short section, so should be pretty good. But here's where that low spot was. As you can see, it's in a pretty good spot now. So we're going to come up another 2 feet, which gives some good indication. Our grade is going to be a little bit higher. So we're going to need to lose this tree right here. And then we'll be able to slope this whole thing down and raise, like pretty much everything's going to get raised up a little bit with all the dirt we're taking from there. Some dirt up with here on this side, all that. So it's kind of really cool looking at this now with all this being formed up. So some of this water came back in here. So that's what that drain tile will be for. Rained last night. Not sure we were expecting it to rain, but looks like my bank caved in a little bit on this side over here. Gonna have to shovel this out. So I don't know that I'm gonna do it this weekend. I might do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday, but it's gonna rain some more. So hopefully it doesn't cave in too much more. It's really not bad to clean this stuff up here. Just kind of kick it off to the side, get some gravel in there. So yeah, really need to try and get this freaking hole tidied up so this doesn't keep happening. Let's see the walls. Those are some nice walls. Here's our ground rod we put in earlier. Whoa, falling down in the hole. Look at that. Damn. What am I doing? Here's walls. Rear bar jumps in. There's our step down. So a lot of the same stuff that
already kind of seen. So this caved in. I got to dig this shit out here for my drain tile. So that's going to suck. But it kind of is what it is. I'm going to have to dig all the way around there. I'll dig all this out. Up to here. And then this side's probably not too bad. Yeah, because this one isn't too bad. But this side here is pretty ugly looking. So I'm going to have to dig down to the black stuff there. At least get it semi-exposed so I can gravel that. They're finishing up this section. They're finishing up this corner here. Finishing up this corner here. Tying that all together. I got to get home. I got to schedule my inspection because they need a 24 hours notice, and we're going to be pouring in less than 24 hours. So hopefully I'll be able to swing something tomorrow, and hopefully these in about 2 days will be gone and packed up. I'll be able to get them out of here and get on to the next stage, which is going to be waterproofing this bad boy. Got my big over dig here. Gonna have to put board or plywood there. So that when we do gravel, the gravel doesn't all fall out of there. So gonna have to put something there to block it off, but not looking forward to digging that out. That's for another day after we wreck these walls, which should be hopefully like Friday. Would be cool to wreck them. Even Thursday we could probably wreck them. Today's Wednesday, so if we pour tomorrow, sorry, today's Tuesday, so we pour Wednesday, probably wreck them Thursday. I'll be able to get this all cleaned off, schedule my waterproofer and the spray tar, this wall, that wall, and then this inside here, and then the back side there. Well, it's been a week or so since the last time I recorded anything. Got some foam. This sucks. This really sucks, but this damn foam, the ones that we usually get have that breakaway in the middle of them, and this I got from Lowe's because Lowe's is so close. It doesn't have a damn breakaway in it, so now I gotta cut it. I'm not happy about it because it's after work here, about 5 o'clock. I've been working all day. I just had my brother's bachelor party yesterday weekend. So Sunday, came home yesterday, went there Friday, up till 3 a.m. Saturday, up till 2 a.m. You know, it's a long night. We opened a bottle of wine at 1 and we finished it. So smoking cigars at night too. So it was fun. I don't do that all the time, so it is what it is. But man, I'm a zombie today. I'm an absolute zombie. So I got to go get the foam in over here. I'll kind of show you guys this. This is really cool. So this is what we got cooking here. So we got our walls in, which is super awesome. Getting ready to waterproof this wall inside here. Getting ready to waterproof this stuff over there. You know, all this wall on the outside and then all the wall on the inside. Everything that touches the basement gets waterproofed. So all the bolts look good. They did a really good job on those. So I got some decisions to make on schedule. So I have a couple options when you're at this point of the house. And I'll show you guys kind of what I'm talking about. So this is all getting foam. This whole wall, the walkout wall. So I got to clean this crap off of here, put my foam in to the top of this wall, and then I got to cut it. It's going to be fun, but I have some options here. So where this is now, we could bend all these steel over and we could put our triple plates here at the back. What that would allow us to do is actually frame that whole entire house without the garage or without this being in. So maybe we'll do that, but we'll have to line pump it versus regular pump. So, you know, tit for tat, I don't know. But good news is I got gravel coming tomorrow. That's why I have to get this foam in here because the gravel is coming tomorrow. I'll probably run a drain tile strip on the inside of the house along here, stub it through the wall, get all that done, and then this should be gravelled tomorrow. I'm hoping that it'll take 2 trucks, which would be about 20 tons, 21 tons. They're a little bit more than 20 ton per truck, like 20.75. They're about $880 a piece for these, where I'm getting my gravel from on a slinger truck. So that's with a fuel surcharge and tax and everything. So that's all in. Isn't horrible. That drain tile really needs to get in to kind of get that away. And if there's water underneath, you know, it kind of is what it is. It's all going to be gravel. It'll work its way out. So that's why you do gravel on a basement. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why you do gravel on a basement, but you see this just pouring out of here. So that kind of sucks. But the good news is we will figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to get working on this, try and get some progress. I kind of sucks that I can't get like during the actual construction of these kind of things like the walls, but it's a super exciting thing because it's like, that's mine, that's our walls. Super excited about this next little stage here, but
just a lot to do, a lot to do, a lot to do. So, but that's it right there. That's our basement. Well, I just filmed the whole outro, and I was walking up to the car after picking up the trash, and I was like, wow, I threw this over and got mud all over my face, and I was like, wait, I need to put that in because we're doing gravel tomorrow. So I got to get this freaking thing in here. I don't have any T's for getting through the wall, so I might need to run to Lowe's again. It's always something, man. I'm going to go ahead and get this drain tile on the inside, piece it together, probably go run and get a couple fittings, get it through the wall. So when I do the outside, I can tie it all together. It's the right way to do it. So it's one of those things where, again, the easy way and there's the right way. Not everyone puts drain tile inside the basement, but I got so much damn water in here, it's hard for me to justify not doing it if it's just a matter of a half hour going and getting some fittings and getting it taken care of. So gonna end up screwing up all my little TPs I made and my tripods. So I'm gonna have to redo those, clean out a little bit more of this footer. So go from there. All right, I'm back with the fittings. So I got some T's, just gonna get it through the wall. It's gonna not be fun too, because I don't know, I gotta knock that out. So I'm gonna bust this out real quick, try and get some good montage photos of it, or videos of it. I'm only got 3 of them, so I'm only gonna put 2 at the top. I'm gonna put 1 at the bottom. I'm not as concerned about the one all the way over there, because that one doesn't get much water. But this side, I'd like to get the one down there for sure. Probably the one right here for sure. And then probably this one here in the middle for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and get this knocked out. Here's a little clipperoonies. Well, here's the finished product here. So I have drain tile out, and then all the way up there, drain tile out. So it's gonna mostly funnel to here and out. I'll dig a ditch from here to there. It's actually already dug because this is all gotta get filled up. So I'll throw some pipes in the ground from here to there. I'm gonna run my downspouts along my footers. So I'm gonna work on doing that, I think, on Wednesday. So today's Monday. I'm gonna work on that on Wednesday. I'm gonna go ahead and get my gravel in now. So that's what that end looks like. But that's the finished result. I'm done for the day. Just to give you guys some reference, it is almost 7 o'clock. I worked this morning. I got in from a plane last night pretty late. So gonna end it there. Got a busted thumb, scratched up thumb. I think I'm happy with it. So now I'm actually gonna exit out for the day. So here's my outro. See you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment if you guys want to comment about whatever. So take care, have fun. I'm sure I'm gonna have fun. So later.